So, in the last video, I showed you how not to install a graphic card properly. In this video, I'm going to show you how I fixed those mistakes and was able to get this gaming PC up and running and get it properly installed with the drivers. So, sit back, stay tuned, and enjoy this week's adventure. So, in the first part of this video, I showed you how not to install a graphic card by putting both the AMD and the NVIDIA graphic card in without properly installing the drivers first. It did not produce a display, so if you haven't seen that video, go watch that video and it'll give you a little bit of a prelude of where we're at right now. So, right now I'm going to take the secondary graphic card out, which is the NVIDIA 960. I'm going to take that one out and see if I can get this computer to boot up with one graphic card and install those drivers, and then we'll move on to reinstalling the second graphic card, which is the GTX 960, which is the card that I'm taking out right now. I'm going to set this one aside, and while I'm also here, I'm going to reset the connection on the primary graphic card, or the discrete graphic card, the RX 5500 XT. Sometimes this has been known to solve issues with my mining rigs. Push back in. And this simply just pulling it out, putting it back in, reattaching it. Let's see if we get a screen this time. So what I'm going to do is boot this PC up with a single GPU. No. Well, and see if I can get a screen. Okay, so it has something to do with our old graphics card, possibly the drivers not allowing it to boot up or something. So what we're gonna do, gotcha. Okay, so I don't want to run setup. Well, okay, so I believe I need to change something. None of these settings actually need to be changed. I'm just looking through and making sure that the settings that are configured within the BIOS are set to my best specifications for performance. Some of the things, like I said, really are gonna make no difference whatsoever, so you don't really need to copy my settings, especially the BIOS settings. The only thing that you would really need to change, depending on your GPU and if you're swapping one out, how old the other one is if you have it booting from the legacy or the CDMA. Those are the two different boot types, so that would be the only thing that would honestly or truly matter. So I do see the debug lights up there. And not a dimmer one. Maybe I just needed to get used to my computer. All I did was power cycle it, and power cycle it, and power cycle it. I haven't made any changes. The only thing I did was take out this graphics card, and then power cycled it, and then it came on. So now I'm just going to give it a few minutes to kind of do its thing and see if it will just boot up into Windows and bring me up to the login screen. Okay. So it looks really ugly. So it looks really ugly. Let's go to display settings. Let's go to... I'm going to update the drivers. This isn't where I need to be. Let's actually go to Windows Update. Check for updates. What I'm looking for is going to be drivers, specifically drivers for the AMD graphic card that I just installed. Boom. So AMD is actually just going to go ahead and automatically download it. So then once this downloads this driver, then our graphics card should automatically be recognized by Windows here, and then it will go from everything being all pixelated to actually legible and should look nice. So I will come back whenever this is done. This is hanging out around 10%, so I'll just cut you guys back in whenever this finishes up. Alright, so whenever it just got done with this, alright. Your hardware settings have changed. Please reboot your computer for these changes to take effect. Okay. Restart required. Oh, thought it was going to prompt me for a restart. Okay. Restart. Wow. Sorry guys, you probably didn't see much of any of that. Glad I at least said everything that was on the screen. So now I can tell that the display is much clearer. The graphics on the screen are much more legible. Everything is much clearer, much more defined. And that just came from Windows installing the native Windows supported driver that's not even the ones downloaded from AMD. At this point, you could go ahead and download the drivers and install the drivers from AMD.
What is this? Oh, okay.
It looks like Windows did install some other software accompanied with this driver.
Sonic Studio. Interesting. Good to know. Alright. So that's that. So what we're going to do, we're going to start and we're going to shut down.
So next I'm going to shut down the computer and install the second graphic card. This will be the NVIDIA GTX 960.
Alright, I'll look back over here. Perfect. So now we're going to take this one. And this is often what happens with mining rigs. Once you have to reinstall one, okay, there we go. Alright, a nice little click. That one wants to sag a little bit. So as we put it in, I'm going to lift it just a tad.
And they do make GPU stands for this specific reason, so that way all the tension isn't between the screws in the case and the motherboard connection. They actually have some 3D printed designs, and I may 3D print one. Let me know if you guys want to see that.
So now when we boot this up, we should have no problems with it booting all the way up. Okay.
I'm going to drop the locking bar over top of the GPUs.
So now we have that hooked back up. We're gonna power it back on. Whew, I was starting to get nervous. It was taking a while to boot up. Okay. So now that we have both of those booted, I will install the driver. And if you guys are interested in seeing this from the computer side with a screen recording software, let me know. But if you're kind of in the moment of doing this, I think this is going to be very helpful. So, was it Windows S? No, not Windows S. Control. Let's just go Device Manager. I don't remember the shortcut for it. Okay, so we want display adapters. Perfect. We've got both of them in here. Alright, so we want properties, driver, details. Okay. We want update driver. Okay. Connected that, and now we've got display, and we're back up and running. Took a little bit longer than I expected tonight, but you guys were able to see it real time. I may fast forward some of this video because I feel like it probably took about an hour to get this done, so I'll try to cut out some of the weight. Hopefully you guys were able to get a good look at how this was done. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Now where most people probably would have run into an issue, which I ran into the same issue. I've just done this a time or two. Especially with the mining rigs. It's always the case with the mining rigs. If you swap a graphic card, you always have to reinstall all of the graphic cards. That just kind of is the way it is. You have to take it out and hook it up one by one. So, knowing that from doing some mining rigs, and troubleshooting with the mining rigs, was able to help me be able to just knock this out really quick. But if you have swapped out a graphics card and you got that black screen and you have a dual setup, then that is probably the case. What you're gonna have to do is unhook your single graphic card, or the single remaining graphic card, hook up the new card by itself, install it, and then you can install the second one again, and the drivers most likely will still be on your computer, so it will automatically install as soon as the first one's installed by itself. Then you can hook the second one up and it'll install automatically. I guess just with the change of changing that first slot, you have to go in and tell the computer you have officially changed that first slot, even though it recognizes it. But anyway, so we were able to get this figured out. We are back up and running, so hopefully this will help me get some better videos to you guys. Hopefully it'll help me better be able to game a little bit better and stream a little bit better for you guys. So if you like this video, like, comment,
subscribe.
See you next time.